Saigon at night, rain. The city wears a shimmering cloak, raindrops pitter-pattering on rooftops, blending with the distant hum of traffic. Tonight, everything seems to slow down, making way for feelings to creep into my soul. The streets are shrouded in a misty veil. Golden streetlights paint long streaks of light on the wet pavement, reflecting the hurried footsteps of passers-by. The air is filled with mystery, making everything seem distant and dreamlike. I sit in my usual cafe, in a small corner, quietly watching the flow of people passing by. Soft jazz music plays, mingling with the sound of falling rain, creating a gentle symphony for the Saigon night. A warm cup of coffee in my hand, I feel the warmth spreading, chasing away the chill of the rainy night. Suddenly, a gaze pierces through the rain, burning through the space between us, reaching me. Those eyes appear amidst the crowd, standing out among unfamiliar faces, as if meant only for me in that moment. A man, a stranger, with eyes as deep as an ocean, holding countless secrets. Those eyes don't just look, they tell a long story, filled with unspoken words, with emotions yet to be revealed. In that moment, time seems to stop. All the sounds around me fade away, leaving only the falling rain and the beating of my heart echoing in my chest. I'm lost in the maze of that gaze, unable to look away. I feel like I'm being drawn into another world, a world where there are only two of us, where the boundaries between reality and dreams become blurred. My heart races, a strange feeling wells up, a mix of nervousness, fear, and eager anticipation. I wonder, is this fate or just a random moment in life? A strange sensation creeps through my veins, both familiar and foreign. Goosebumps rise on my skin. Each breath becomes heavy, as if I'm reliving a long-forgotten memory. Have we met before, somewhere far away in a forgotten lifetime? Or is it just a coincidence of lost souls, accidentally crossing paths in a vast sea of people? Or is it just the illusion of a lonely soul adrift in the bustling stream of life? I wonder if anyone else has ever felt this invisible connection, or am I just dreaming amidst a cold reality? That gaze makes me confused, frightened, but also filled with an urge to explore. I want to know who this person is, why they appeared on this rainy night, and why their gaze is so unforgettable. That gaze seems to be telling me something very important that I can't understand. Like a message from the past or a premonition of the future, it leaves me curious and restless. It haunts me throughout the long night, lingering in my fitful dreams. Those eyes appear in my mind, sometimes near, sometimes far, like an unsolved mystery. I know that from that moment on, my life has changed because of a gaze that pierced through time, through all the boundaries of reason and emotion. People say that the eyes are the windows to the soul. It's where all our feelings, thoughts, and deepest secrets are most clearly reflected. When we look into someone's eyes, we don't just see their color or shape, we sense a whole inner world moving within. Could it be that hidden deep within those eyes are secret desires, burning passions, and unspoken feelings? Eyes can tell us stories that words can't express. They're where dreams, pain, joy, and even regret are kept hidden, just waiting for someone perceptive enough to notice. Eyes can deceive, but they can also reveal everything. Sometimes, a single glance is enough for us to see the truth, no matter how hard someone tries to hide it. Eyes can lie, but true feelings can't be hidden forever. They can be a powerful weapon, or they can be a soothing balm for emotional wounds. A cold stare can make someone tremble with fear, but those same eyes, when gentle, can soothe all pain, bringing a sense of safety and protection. Some eyes make us feel warm and trusting, like finding a safe haven in a stormy life. These are the eyes of family, friends, or loved ones, always watching over us and ready to share our joys and sorrows. With just one look, all worries seem to disappear, replaced by peace and happiness. There are also eyes that make us shudder with fear, as if wanting to run away from a dark and dangerous force. It could be a cold, emotionless gaze, or a calculating look that makes us feel uneasy and restless. Those eyes are like a silent warning, reminding us to be cautious and keep our distance. So what creates the magical power of the eyes? Perhaps it's the invisible connection between the soul and the outside world, the ability to convey emotions without words. Eyes help us understand each other, empathize, and share, even if only for a brief moment. Why can a single glance make us tremble, fall in love, or even become obsessed and haunted? Because eyes don't just see, they feel, remember, and connect. Eyes are where relationships begin, where goodbyes end, and where unforgettable memories are kept. And perhaps that's why eyes are always mysterious, fascinating, and powerful within each of us. Since the dawn of humankind, eyes have always been a mysterious symbol, tied to magical stories and power beyond our understanding. They're not just windows to the soul, but also a bridge between the real world and the mystical, where feelings, thoughts, and unspoken things are deeply communicated. Long ago, people believed in the supernatural power of eyes. Ancient Egyptians believed the Eye of Ra wasn't just a symbol of ultimate power, but also the source of light, able to chase away darkness and bring life to all beings. They carved eyes on walls, coffins, and even boats to ask for protection, luck, and peace. These eyes were like lucky charms, shielding people from dark forces and hidden dangers. In Greek myths, eyes had a totally different meaning. Medusa, the monster with snakes for hair, had eyes that could turn anyone who looked at them into stone. Medusa's eyes represented danger and a deep fear that people couldn't explain, but they also remind us of the power of a look, a power that can change fate, even destroy or save. In Vietnam, eyes are linked to poetic love stories. We have the story of Tu Thuc meeting the fairy Giang Huang in a heavenly place. Just one glance between them, and they fell in love, crossing the barriers of two worlds to become husband and wife. That look wasn't just the start of a romance, but a thread connecting two unfamiliar souls, bringing them together in a fateful moment. Their love story is as beautiful as a dream, but also full of sorrow and regret because of the thin line between the two worlds, fairy and human. Even though it was just a glance, it was enough to be deeply engraved in their minds, leaving an unforgettable echo. It's proof of the power of a look. It can bring happiness, but it can also leave people forever regretful, yearning and longing. These stories, even if they're just legends, show the hidden power in eyes. From ancient books through stories told by generations, eyes have always been an endless topic, inspiring countless works of art, poetry, and music. Eyes don't just reflect the outside world, but also hold memories, dreams, and human desires. Eyes can connect similar souls, crossing the limits of space and time. Sometimes, just one look is enough to understand, to share, to feel love, empathy, and even the deepest pains. In the modern world, amidst our busy lives, eyes still hold their value. They are the beginning of every story, the bridge connecting hearts. In communication, eye contact plays a very important role. It expresses attitudes, feelings, and even hidden thoughts that words cannot fully describe. A loving gaze can replace words of love. A sympathetic look can soothe the pain. A sharp glance can be a strong warning. Sometimes we are silent. Just looking into each other's eyes is enough to understand each other completely. Eye contact becomes an invisible string connecting souls, creating a deep empathy between people. Science has proven that when we look into someone's eyes, our brain releases oxytocin, a hormone that creates feelings of love and connection. Our eyes can also reveal a lot about our health, mood, and even our personality. However, there are still mysteries about the eyes that science can't explain. For example, the phenomenon of déjà vu, that familiar feeling like you've experienced something before, often happens in a split second when we catch a stranger's eye. Is there a supernatural force influencing our emotions, our thoughts, through our eyes? Or are they just random signals that our brain hasn't processed yet? Have you ever felt a spark with a stranger just from their gaze? Do you believe in love at first sight, in that destined connection between two kindred spirits? Have you ever felt like you could read someone's mind just by looking into their eyes? Some people believe that the eyes are a reflection of the soul, the place where our deepest secrets are kept. Others believe that the eyes are a bridge between the seen and unseen worlds, a place where reality and dreams intertwine. Eyes, a miraculous gift bestowed upon us by nature. They can be a weapon or a healing balm. They can cause pain, and they can also heal. Whether you believe in the supernatural power of eyes or not, there's no denying their strange, irresistible allure. Have you ever wondered if eyes are the bridge between kindred spirits, helping us find our missing halves in this ever-changing world?